You're listening to the 14th source for all geeky and nerdy news and discussion, which means that you're listening to a podcast.
For all intents and purposes.
I am D. Bethel.
And I'm Andrew Asplund.
And we are your two overeducated, codependent nerd hosts, bringing you things that we like to talk about, but filtered through inquisitive and critical lenses. In the episode for Friday, August 29th. 2025, which of course means happy birthday, Andrew. Happy
shit, because we missed last week.
What?
Yeah, we did. We were, well, actually, you were busy.
I was busy.
I actually was. I took the week off from work.
Congratulations.
And wasn't busy, and we'll talk about what happened after this. No,
after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Hey, we're back. Sorry for the delay. Again, we're going to assume we took the week off for my birthday.
Yep.
Because I had a wild bender of a birthday. I did.
Did you? You went to bed at 8?
No, I actually did stay up late.
No. Playing video games.
Playing video games. Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Talk about that in a minute.
But one thing I want to stop and say, this weekend is Labor Day weekend in the United States because we can't recognize May Day. And
thank you to all the mothers that go through labor.
I'm assuming that's what it's about. Wow, that's creepy. But also,
hey, I was born on Labor Day.
It is also PAX Seattle.
PAX West.
Is it West? Yeah. I forget what it's called now. They keep. I feel like they keep changing the name. So I might be at PAX. Probably
as
not.
A featured guest on a panel, signing autographs. He'll be at table 37A if you want autographs between 11:30 and 3 on Saturday. Everybody, so be sure to be there.
Yeah. I did not expect to go. I probably won't, but who knows, right? Like. Actually what I will say, PAX, when it was PAX Prime, it got to the point where it was such, forgive the language, a shit sandwich, right? Like it became so everyone wanted to go.
Well, it was living up to its big brothers, Amazon Prime and Optimus Prime.
Right. And once they kind of like said, actually, we're going to like deflate this PAX. And so it just became PAX West or PAX Seattle or whatever. Actually, like, it became much easier to get into. Like, basically what they said is, hey, companies, go to the PAX that is best for you. Don't feel obligated to go to PAX Prime. Which, I guess you could be like, oh, well, the cool shit doesn't come to Seattle. Like, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. At least now it's a convention you can go to and probably see stuff. I know there are game companies doing events there. Again, I don't know if I'll go just because I'm old. I have aged. And just the convention scene is actually exhausting. Yeah.
I went to look up what PAXs are still active. And unfortunately, I clicked on the first search result, which took me to an herb infusion website.
Are you telling me that Google search has become defective?
High on its own supply.
Welcome
apparently.
to the future.
So we got PAX West, PAX East, PAX OS,
and PAX Unplugged.
PAX Unplugged.
I believe those are the
tabletop focus. Well, the tabletop, from what I understand, is that all of them in some shape or form.
Yeah, but Unplugged is that's its thing. And actually, I hear that one's actually really good. Other than the fact it's in Philadelphia. Sorry, Philadelphianos. I don't feel safe going to your city. No, I'm teasing. No, it's more that it's just far away. That's the thing. I'd love to go, but I'm in fact lazy.
There's that. Before we get into our topic, I do want to do a slight pivot here. I want to apologize to you, Andrew. I've been going through stuff, family stuff, personal stuff. It's been, I think the word you used earlier, not in relation to my family stuff, but just generally, a shit sandwich. So thank you for being patient, not only you, but our dear listeners. But this is the first year in many years I forgot to send you a birthday card. I apologize. They're usually kind of mildly offensive but goofy birthday cards, but I didn't do it. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's fine. You know what? I'm gonna tell you the secret I've been keeping from you. I'm actually more excited about your end of year cards.
Sure. Or start of New Year cards.
Or whatever. Your Christmas / New Year / whatever.
Oh, because I do a
because you do a custom
yeah.
drawing, and honestly, I think there's like of all the stupid shit on my fridge.
Yeah.
There I think are 7 of them on my fridge.
Yeah.
I think everyone I've gotten since I moved into this current apartment that I guess remembered to put. Actually, I think I could actually I will go through and see how many there are and then send you a picture later. I think it's actually everyone I've gotten.
Excellent.
And I love them.
Well, that's the goal.
That's actually, even though you send them to more than just me, I always love them because they feel. I mean, the birthday cards, for those who don't know, there's a hot second where when we lived together many years ago, I gave Dan a birthday card. And he gave me a birthday card, and they were, I don't want to say offensive. They were just like, we bought trash and made it treasure.
It's a wonderfully focused event because it's like 2 weeks away from each other.
And I just remember, like, I did the joke of the one I remember was I bought you a bunch of children's birthday cards that added up to your age. So it was just like, here's a 3, a 6, a 5. It added up to whatever age you were. And then I think, the one I remember, you've had a few.
I went hard.
You buy something that's totally not on point. One was it was the baby's first poop card.
Yeah.
And you it said, oh, you had your first poop all by yourself. And you crossed it out and put birthday, which was shockingly depressing. You had a birthday all by yourself.
It was so mean. So what I was thinking of doing for this year, I'm not going to do it because I might be. Maybe I'm just old enough where it's just too mean. I was going to send you a birthday card that I got from my mom at some point and cross out my. Put your name in.
So listeners, this is the relationship we have. This is what happens when you have like a best friend for most of your life, and you develop this weird kind of stuff. And actually, I will say, I remember a story my father told of when he tried to start like some sort of this kind of stupid thing with a friend of his, with actually his brother. He bought, it was a Christmas gifting where he bought like some just horrendous thing. It was like they were on vacation with some trash statue, and he bought it and sent it to his brother with the idea being, and next year you'll send it back to me, and that will be our gift to each other every other year.
All right, that's pretty good.
Except his brother did not understand that and just kept it. I guess my brother gave me this. Like, yeah, it was supposed to be a joke, you know. And I feel bad because I don't send Dan cards because I don't know how the post works.
It's okay. I mean, it doesn't work for much longer.
But anyway, welcome to the show. We're back after a week off, and we're both getting old, and we have old people things to deal with. However, this week, like many weeks where we don't really know what to do, we're going to talk about what have we been doing, our respective weeks in Geek.
Yes.
So I've been challenged. The gauntlet has been thrown. I have to go first because I always do.
You always do.
I always do.
Andrew, what was your week in Geek like this week? Thanks for the setup, by the way.
I think actually I said I took a week off for my birthday. And people say, "Oh, what'd you do? Did you go somewhere?" I'm like, "No. I walked around the neighborhood. You know."
Okay.
Well, because honestly, I can't fly right now. I don't have what do the kids call it? A real ID.
Jesus Christ, you're my mom. I swear to God.
Hey, getting my birth certificate took 2 months. So from burning Los Angeles. And then it was like, actually, the joke was I actually tried to schedule my appointment during my week off, a week in advance. And as it ends up, all of the not DMV, we call them the DOL in Washington, all the ones that are within walking distance or bus distance for me, said the earliest appointment is in October.
Nice.
So if I had a car, I could have gone to a nearby city, but I don't have a car. Anyway, welcome to the future.
Same as the past.
So anyway, I had a week
What
off.
did you do? Since you were unable to leave your apartment due to heavy restrictions in your city.
Right. The thing I want to talk about, actually, I think I've said, actually, my delightful audio video setup is not improved. I rewired everything. I actually cleared the whole desk. There's still a mess of wires. I'm not going to send a picture to Dan because he's going to judge me. There's no way.
And I'll make it the show image. So
there's no way to make this work. But but actually, what I want to talk about was I had been playing Skyrim, a hot new game that came out just this year. I actually joke, it comes out every year.
It does.
Right, like a new Skyrim. But I'd been playing Skyrim only because it's fine. It's fun. And I had actually not finished it. Like any good Skyrim player, I just kind of like spent a billion hours doing side quests. So I was like, oh, I'll play this. And what happened was, as I was playing, I would like look stuff up on the internet. So I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I played this game a lot. I need to know like how to mix these fucking potions or whatever.
Okay. It's like guides and stuff.
And I really struggled with the idea of there are like 4 different Wikipedias for Skyrim.
Yeah, just Skyrim, not Elder Scrolls.
Well, like the idea that some of them are a greater Elder Scrolls, some are just Skyrim, and at least 2 of them are on fandom, which I loathe.
Yep. Hey, do you love pop-up ads? Because this is your site.
And what I eventually discovered, the one that actually was probably the best was UESP, Unofficial Elder Scrolls page.
There we go.
And it's not on fandom. It's not. It is a site that's just been around because guess what? The Elder Scrolls have been around since 1995.
And Skyrim itself was originally published in 2011.
2011.
That's a 14-year-old game.
Right. But the Elder Scrolls as a series have been around since we were in high school.
Yes. Oh yeah. And yeah, what's really interesting is looking at those old games and like recognizing the scope. I think especially in Elder Scrolls 2, you're like, oh shit, because like ever since Morrowind, yeah, it's been a very focused adventure.
Even
like,
two was in Daggerfall.
Right.
Like really, it was the first one, Arena, that was just right. Here's everywhere.
Everywhere, entire planet.
Except it was 1995, and everywhere looks the same. So
wait, at least it wasn't like ASCII graphics, right?
It wasn't. It was, but it wasn't great. Anyway, during the process, as I would like look stuff up, and I finally like settled on the Unofficial Elder Scrolls page, UESP, they would have links to other games. And I kind of started going down a rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole I ended up falling into was Elder Scrolls Online. Only because there'd be an article about like, here's this thing. Oh, in this game, this happened. I was like, I like, that's interesting. Let me know more about that. And so I remembered that I bought Elder Scrolls Online. Shit, dog, like 5 years ago. I don't even remember.
Was it a Humble Bundle?
No, I bought it when the Morrowind expansion came out. It was a sale on Steam.
Gotcha.
But this was like because for clarification, the original game came out, and then the model was subscription service, and within like a year or two, they shifted to what they call one Tamriel. Or Tamriel for all or something, where it became like a free to play, but every big content expansion was a separate purchase, kind of like what other games have done that, where like, here's the new thing, you just pay, like you can still play the game, but the new shit is $30 or whatever. And also they added a subscription for benefits, which is what all the games do now. So I remember buying it. I never played it. Actually, Steam told me I played it for 17 minutes. And I was like, and I tried to think back, like, what the fuck was that?
Hey,
And
you nailed it. You're that efficient of a player. You're like, got everything I need.
No, the joke was back in the day, it was like, oh, you have to make a Bethesda account and do all this stuff.
Oh,
Those 17 minutes were me trying to get set up and giving up.
Yeah, fair enough.
So here I am, like, well, I own this game. Let me try it out. So I downloaded it. I started it up. Oh, they got rid of all that Bethesda account, and now it uses my Steam account, like it should, or I imagine your PS5 or your whatever account. And I was like, I started a character, and I played through it a little bit, and it was.
What species? What race? What did you do?
Okay, so sorry. This is for those who
This is important.
For those who have listened. So Elder Scrolls Online is an online role playing game, MMO RPG that Bethesda released. I think 2015 was the first release, and the way the initial release was that they're of all the Elder Scrolls ancestries or races. They divided them up across political factions. So there are 3 political factions in the game. There's the Daggerfall Covenant, the fucking elves with the Aldmeri,
The Eldar,
the Aldmeri Covenant or the Aldmeri something, and then the Ebonheart, who I think are the Dark Elves and Friends.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And each one got 3 of the ancestries, with the 10th one, the Imperials, being a collector's edition update or like upgrade. Like if you pre-ordered it or whatever, you got the 10th species that you could use in any of the 3 factions.
Okay.
So that's how, like, if you were to start the game today, it'd be like, what do you want to do? Pick this stuff, but it still slots you into one of those 3 political factions. Because here's the story for Elder. By the way, if you're not an Elder Scrolls fan, I apologize. You're about to get an earful. The narrative here is that this game is actually set, I think, 1,000 years before Skyrim, probably about 800, 700 years before Oblivion and Morrowind. So the idea is that...
But post 1 and 2?
No, before 1. It's actually...
Geez.
Because the idea is that the first Elder Scrolls game was set during the Third Age.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel sequel. And this is actually set during the Second Age in what they call basically the emperor, the empire that whatever had fallen, and this is what the interregnum, where it's like 500 years of fighting about who should rule the empire. So this game is set in that era during like a pivotal moment where a known villain in the series, Mannimarco, the King of Worms, tries to do something. So
it's set in 2028.
Yes. Or 2024.
Yes.
So either way, this was it's a weird game. So I'm like, oh wow, this is the before. Like this is a prequel. Shit. So
this is a Star Trek game, and guess what? It's the eugenics war.
Right. It's like we're gonna make a Star Trek game, and you can only make a character during the Enterprise era.
The best.
Shit, dog. But so that's to set that up. So you're saying
it's been a long road.
What ancestry, what species did I make my character of?
Yes.
Man, I went hard trying to make the ones I want, which was a Khajiit.
Hell yes.
Except that they're part of the Aldmeri Dominion, which is the racist high elves. I'm like, I don't want to play those guys. And I'm like, what about my Argonian boys? Well, they're part of the Ebonheart, which is the dark elves, which I don't really like them either. Like, what's in the Daggerheart or not Daggerheart, the Daggerfall Confederacy or whatever.
There we go.
Oh, it's 2 normal things and the orc. I'm like, I all these guides say if you want to play solo, you should do a spellcaster. So my character is what are they? The Breton, which my understanding is those are actually the half elves. So either way, there they go. Not the things I would have wanted to do.
Man.
And I'm a little salty about it because and actually what I found out later was, actually you could just buy pay magic bucks or whatever to do the any species, any faction. And I'm like, well, shit, I should have just done that. I want to make the character I want. Anyway.
Right.
So here I go. I start this game, and
I just want to be a Khajiit selling some dank skooma.
Selling some wares, man. Khajiit has wares if you have gold. But what I would say is it's an interesting experience, mostly because I played Oblivion, I played Skyrim enough that I know stuff, right? I know enough when they say things in the setting, I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. But then also sometimes I'm like, I don't know that. And it was one thing I will say, I was so enthused. One of the jokes about Elder Scrolls, for those that don't know, is every game since I think the original. Not all of them. I think at least one of them didn't do this. But so many of them are, hey, when you make your character, you start in a prison of some sort. You are a prisoner. Right? In Oblivion, you're in the Imperial prison. In Skyrim, you've been captured by the Empire in a wagon. And so I was very excited to see what is the prison you're going to give me. You
finally woke up. Yeah.
Right? What's the prison you're going to give me in this new game that is an MMO?
Welcome to Alligator Alcatraz.
It was a prison, just not the one I expected. It was, again, sorry for those that don't know the setting. You start the game in Cold Harbor, which is the Oblivion realm of Molag Bal, who is the Daedric prince of grumpiness, I think.
And of my heart.
And I think of vampires, too. But it was this thing where, it was so how do you do a game where everyone wakes up in a prison? Oh, you wake up in this, extra-dimensional prison. And then when you escape, you get pooped out in whatever alliance that you are part of.
Gotcha.
Whether you're part of, this. So I was like, okay, that works, and of course, in the official story, your character is special. He or she or they is the one that is the soulless, the vestige, they call him, or her, or them, because they're the one who, because of the way that they were killed and sent to Cold Harbor. I mean, you basically, the prison you wake up in is a hell. It's one of several hells. You wake up in it being like, oh, you were sacrificed by these people. You're like, well, fuck. Right.
Well, I've played Oblivion. Yeah. That's pretty exciting.
So yeah, it was this kind of this fun gag of I woke up at the prison. And then I went through the process and I escaped with the main characters. By the way, Malcolm McDowell voices the Daedric Prince Molag Bal.
He is super dead.
But I guess it's been a while. Yeah. Because again, this was all recorded probably 2013.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And actually, I will say that I recognize that voice actor. Has been also he's not super dead.
No, wait, Malcolm McDowell's not dead.
Malcolm McDowell, according to the internet, is still alive.
Apologies. Holy shit! Please don't send your people after me, Malcolm McDowell.
But either way,
good for you.
82. But
I'm not here for the old and out love.
They do get some, some solid, folks. Like one of the other, Michael Gambon, who is dead. Yep.
He is very dead. Yeah.
He plays another character. I'm like, I know this fucking voice, right? What I love is that it's actually this game. Again, it's an MMO-ish, but I'm playing it, and half the time the voice is like, this is a voice actor I know. This is someone famous. And it was oh, this was Michael Gambon. Holy shit. But then sometimes it's oh, it's that guy from every Skyrim game. Again, it's kind of it's almost charming that it's oh, that's the dude that does every Nord in Skyrim.
Wasn't Sir Peastew in Oblivion? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
he was, in Oblivion, he was Uriel Septim, the last of the Septims that led to the fall of the Third Age, which is, naturally. Again, this is the Second Age, that's before that. But again, what I like is just this idea of this, some of these are like, so for example, one of the things they have is so at some point in the last 11 years, they introduced the idea of like, hey, do you mostly just play by yourself? Hey, you can get like companions that sort of fill the slot of having another person with you.
Okay.
And they made like 6 or 7, and then they made 2 special ones. And the one that I first got, it was basically like a promo, or it's like a, I forget the context of how I got it, but she is a character. She's voiced by, I forget the actress's or the actor's name, but it's the person that played, they were in Our Flag Means Death. Vico Ortiz. They played Jim.
Okay, yeah.
And it was just this like I know this voice. I'm like, I know who this is. I looked it up.
So,
I was like, oh,
like you keep saying this. There's a documentary about voice actors called "I Know That Voice."
I did not know that, but
it's great. It's a fantastic documentary. You should watch it.
The joke is, I keep going like down the rabbit hole. I texted you. There's this other of the companions that I'm like, oh, this is voiced by this guy. I forget his name. But the whole thing is the reason why people say like, oh, he's the best companion is because it's the same voice actor that does Garrus in Mass Effect. People say like, he's the best. Or also, there's another character that's done by, let's see, people like I
actually before we move on from Garrus, like what's funny is like you're sending me those texts. I'm like, I recognize the name. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fucking Garrus. And I'm like, who is this guy? What else has he done? And I looked him up. I'm like, I know that face. Like he's been in everything. It was pretty fun. So yeah, hey, you know what? Voice actors are actors. Not only are they actors as well, but a lot of them also do screen acting. So right. A lot of voice actors you might actually literally recognize.
Yeah. So just top cast for Elder Scrolls Online: Kate Beckinsale, Linda Carter.
Oh wow.
Linda Carter, no surprise. John Cleese, Bill Nye, Peter Stormare, Malcolm
Bill
McDowell.
Nye, not Nye.
Nye, yeah.
Not the science guy.
Yeah, Bill Nye. Alfred Molina. Jennifer Hale, who's
holy
she's
shit, yeah.
Michael Gambon, and who knows who else? Like
Carrot Top.
I mean, I suspect that top list I read was just from
just the A list.
Well, no, just from like the first expansion or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's wow. So they're putting their whole ass into it, which is nice.
Like why it's fun to play the game and be like, I know that voice. It's either like like the John Cleese character was like, dude, I know who that is. And I didn't put it together until I'm like, it's fucking John Cleese. But then contrast with, is that the guy that voices every Nord in Skyrim? right? Or like at one point I met the Daedric Prince Sheogorath, who was in Oblivion's expansion, The Shivering Isle, and they got that guy. Whoever, nice. I don't know who he is. Hey. Just he comes back and does. It's like, oh, I've heard you. Like you
gotta have your lawyer read every line in the Bethesda contract, because you might be working for a long time, but not profitably.
So it's this kind of just like this very silly, fun game of, oh yeah, I know that guy. So it's been a fun experience of. Now, one thing I'll say is we've talked about Bethesda making online games. Yeah, we talked about Fallout 76.
76, yeah.
I want to say, I just want to put it out here. This game is different. Fallout 76 was what if we took Fallout 4 and like latched multiplayer stuff onto it.
Right. It is definitely like it's just a Fallout game. A Bethesda Fallout game.
Right.
That just happens to have... there's two things. It has other people in it, or because your internet shit, you drop out and you get kicked out to the main menu. But yeah.
Where this one is definitely more that they built an MMO with the trappings of Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Like it's still like it's close enough, right? But it's definitely like the root was they didn't just take like Skyrim and paste on a multiplayer engine.
Right. Interesting. That's super interesting. So is it a first person RPG or is it third?
Well,
like
it
over
actually
the shoulder?
defaults to third person, but then you click I click the bot down on the D-pad, and it becomes first person.
There
Yeah,
you go.
because why would I want to be third unless I'm on a horse, which happens a lot? I don't want to be in first,
Like it's not like I'm a
person.
Khajiit. I can't look at my cute ears and tail.
So yeah, it is a. I guess you know. So there are probably people that play a third person, like weirdos or whatever.
I remember the one time I would wish, because I played it before. I think they even added this. If it was added at all. Again, it's been a minute since I played Skyrim, but like I played as a Khajiit through Skyrim, and I really would have loved a third person camera when I was trying to be when the members of like the werewolf clan were trying to recruit me, and I'm like, I am literally a cat.
Like,
let's talk about.
Feel the animal inside of you. Like,
I think I did a cartoon about that.
Did. No, you did.
I did. I'll put that in the show notes. I'll put the show notes because it was like it was the best. Like context clues, people. Let's work this out. Yeah. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah.
You know,
or are you enjoying it?
It's actually it's kind of like they do enough. As someone who's not gonna do whatever the group shit. They certainly have enough. Like I'm playing through stories, like single player content. That I mean, sometimes you're like, oh, this is such an MMO, right?
Right.
Although then I think about it, like, but Skyrim or Oblivion also has a lot of like kind of horseshit quests that you do. Like, like you have to go do this thing where go to the random dungeon and pick up the shit.
Right.
Like, so I'm doing some
there's
of
rats
that,
in my basement.
right? So that's fine. It's fine.
Right.
But one thing I really, I will say, I think the moment where I was like, well, this is actually, they have a cool theme was I'm just bebopping around Glanumbra, which is where Daggerfall is.
Okay.
And I found this, like the mini map has all these symbols that feel very Elder Scrolls of like places to go. And I'm trying to uncover them because I love filling out vacancies on my map.
Sure.
And there's this one where I went to it. I forget what it was called, a Dolgan. Let me actually. I want to get the Dolmen. A Dolmen.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what this word means. And I went. There's nothing there. There's like some weird, like shrine or something. I don't know what it was. All right. I guess this is a fucking thing. And I just go. I walk off, and I found there were 3 of them in the starting place I was. Like, okay, what are these? I don't know. And then one time, I look to the horizon and I see what looks like a Stargate in the sky.
Uh-oh.
With crackling magic and 3 giant talons drop down. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's on the map spot labeled Dolmen. Let me go check that shit out.
Oh, that's not the right response.
And basically it is...
So where did you respawn after dying?
No, I didn't. I actually, because a lot of other people showed up, and that's
cool.
So basically, the idea is that this is one of the the random world events that happen on every map. Where this is Molag Bal, the Daedric prince of being a poop head. He's trying to invade Tamriel,
which is rude.
Sort of like what happens in Oblivion.
Yeah,
but in Oblivion,
yeah.
it was Mohagus Dahan, or I forget. He was the Daedric lord of being a poopy shit.
Yep.
So his were all like, oh, here's the big gate, and inside is nothing but red lava. Whereas Molag Bal, his is from Cold Harbor, not the Deadlands. By the way, I'm learning this shit. The Deadlands is where Oblivion was. This is now Cold Harbor, which is it's more of a bluish purple. Basically, it's the same idea. It's the idea that like they're connecting to the world to try to to invade it.
I don't say this very often, but like I think you might be getting too nerdy for me.
No, but like,
Holy God,
no, it's again, but it's the idea that here's the world event. It's the evil Daedric prince trying to invade the world, and these open up, and like you go, you kill the monsters, you pull the levers or whatever, you close it, and you get treasures, and you're like, oh, hooray, that was fun. But it's kind of like a cool thing because like I was like the first time I saw it, and actually the idea that when it opens, if you're close enough to the spot on the map, you will just see this like blur like open up in the sky, and you're like, well, shit. And what I'd say is they added other places to the map They did different of these world events, which again, you look over to the sky. I think I was in Western Skyrim, and I said, what's this red crackling shit in the sky? Oh, fucking yikes. I need to go check that out. And that's where I died, and I respawned in Solitude. Not Solitude. Sorry. Well, because there's Solstice, which is a different place. Right. And I get these names fucked up. I mean, come on, look, it's a nerd game.
The one thing I think that that is really interesting that you hinted at here is that, like the first Elder Scrolls, like this is the whole map, right?
Most of the map. Okay. There's still places that aren't on the map. Well, actually, DLC, my favorite. Right? And again, when it opened, when it started, there was very few places, but over 10 years they filled out a lot. My favorite is Skyrim. Skyrim. There's in fact, if I were to show you a map of Skyrim in ESO, you'd be like, wow, the middle's missing.
Yeah,
like literally just for Skyrim fans, Whiterun. That whole in Dawnstar, the whole middle of the map is just not there. Because it is that Skyrim was broken up into was sundered for some reason.
Right.
So but what I like about it is when
the town isn't there, but like it's still geographically lining up.
It's on the map. There's just you can't go there.
Right.
So I did go to Western Skyrim. I went to Solitude, and what I will say is when I did the little the magic teleport. And this was actually the reason why I think this is kind of fun. It poops me out, and for those that have played Skyrim, the teleporter into Solitude is down near the waterfront as you go up the hill into the front gate of Solitude. But I will tell you, as I started walking up the hill, I'm like, I've walked this hill before in another game.
That's pretty cool, dude. That's happened to me. In a equally prolific and I guess culturally important game, but I remember is Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
And I finished the game. It's a huge, big game, and all of a sudden, there's more map to the east. To the west. I'm like, what's this? And so because you have a post game kind of option to keep playing and exploring and doing whatever side quests you want. I keep going to the west, and I don't know what the percentage is, but I would say 70% of the map from Red Dead Redemption 1 is in the game. That's not even part of the story. It's just extra shit that you can go explore. I think it's also part of like the online experience of Red Dead Redemption 2, but you can go see these towns and places you visited, and they have scripted dialogue, and not necessarily, I don't know if they have events scripted there, but it was just weird to see this whole. Yeah, you realize most of the other. So what I'm saying is the only part that's not in Red Dead Redemption 2 is from Red Dead Redemption 1 is when you go down into Mexico. It keeps it within the continental. United States, but that's all there, and then the towns are there, but it's different, and it was just wild that they put it they didn't need to put it in there. That was the thing. It's not, none of those places are necessary or important to the story of the game, even though games have gotten very big with open world games,
right?
In a lot of ways they're very small and very focused and concentrated, but it's always a really interesting experience to there's more. And and like you said, you can re-experience something that is familiar in a new context. Well,
and what I liked about this is I walk up the path to the front gate, which I'd just been playing Skyrim, so I'm like, oh, I've fucking been here. And I go through the front gate, and it's different because again, this is 800 years previously,
right?
And I immediately turn to the tavern, which has a different name.
Oh no!
And I'm like, oh, it's not the Winking Skeever, it's something else. And I'm like, well, of course it's been 800 years, but still, that part of the city was laid out the same.
This reminds me of literally last weekend when I was driving through yours and my hometown, and we're like, oh, that used to be something else. Oh, that used to be something else, but I could still find my way around.
Right.
It's super weird. Yeah.
It's just a weird thing for a video game to be like, oh man, it feels different, but the same.
And they don't have to, right?
And they're right. They could have and actually, it's to the point where they really could have just been, it's just a different map. We built something for this game, but they clearly tried to make it evocative of the thing that you probably played in that game, right? To which I'm kind of like, I didn't play anything prior to Oblivion, and unfortunately, the Oblivion era Cyrodiil in ESO is actually like a battleground. It's like a multiplayer violence place.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting over the Imperial City. So at some point I will go there only because I want to like bebop around. But
guys, leave me alone. Come on.
Like, I'm just here
to take pictures. Come on.
But to be able to go through Skyrim and see some of that stuff, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool.
See, you didn't play Morrowind?
I did not. Actually, no, I did on my Xbox for about 3 hours. And all I remember is I punched the shit out of rats in a river or something. And apparently I leveled up my punching too high.
Oh, Final Fantasy 2 did. I see.
Well, again, not expected. So that's why I did not succeed at that game.
Because you're like, I'm out of rats to punch.
Yeah. But either way, it was again kind of a weird experience. I don't know what I expected when I signed up or when I started playing, but it's been fun enough. It is not like the best game. I don't think MMOs are generally the best game.
Sure.
But I do think that it provided like a bit of the greater Elder Scrolls experience that I actually didn't necessarily have, right? Like when you play Skyrim or Oblivion and you read these books and people talk about, I'm from the Black Marsh, and you're like, oh, what is that, Argonian friend? Or like, Khajiit is from Elsewhere, and you're like, what is that? And now like, I could go there, like I could kind of like
they got a Starbucks,
right? Like I can see what y'all talking about. And I would say that I'm not necessarily a big person who like gets hot for world building, right? Like I'm not a Tolkien fan. Like I don't, when people are like, oh, I love this Tolkien thing where they show you the details of Burp. But I get it. I get the vibe of I've now played enough of this world that's kind of fun to be like, oh shit, here's this thing.
I mean, we all have our focuses, right? We could talk about the importance of Unification Day, Andrew.
And Star Trek is obviously the one I give the shit the most about. Right. But like, so for this is something like I never had that much brain investment into Elder Scrolls other than like I play the game. Now it's like, okay, I get it. Like it's kind of a fun, a fun fantasy setting where they're like, oh, this is the Second Age, and actually the thing I was texting you earlier today that it took me, I don't know, a week since that's I think when I started playing, where I kept noticing that all the characters say, oh, by the 8. Which I'm like, what do you mean by the 9, right? Because that's how they say it in Oblivion. The 9 divines, right? The 9 gods. And I realized, but in Skyrim, there's a whole weird thing where like, the 9th god is outlawed. Oh, maybe it's outlawed here. And I realized, no, it's not outlawed in ESO. That god hasn't happened yet. It's by the 8 because there's only 8 gods. The 9th one doesn't happen until 500 years later. Well, shit. So, I got to start the... Cyrodiil for Talos guild and just be like, yeah, I know there's a new god coming and we're all about him.
Listen, I found this almanac.
But anyway, so short story long, that's my weird Week in Geek, a very nerd niche thing. But I think the takeaway is just there is some joy in the world building, the like, this is a thing that I knew some stuff about, and to have it feedback positively was a fun experience, and I really enjoyed it.
Especially for like MMOs, which I think both you and I kind of steer away from because they just kind of seem like, it's a perpetual cash machine for the companies. That's what they want it to be. But we dabbled. You've dabbled more than I have, but like you got me to dabble in Fallout 76. And honestly, the way you talk about this, I'm like, maybe I'll check out Elder Scrolls Online. That seems kind of cool.
It's a different play experience
for sure.
But it was, it's just, again, the fact that I could just kind of play a solo game. Don't get me wrong. That's
what's attractive to me, honestly.
It's weird where you're like, I'm bebopping through whatever city I'm in, and you see like 100 dudes on like really nice looking horses or whatever with like they're on fire, followed by like devils, and you're like, oh, okay, you're a high level character, is what I'm getting. Like, okay, I'm just here to hammer some fucking metal into a crafting quest or something.
Show me a river so I can punch some rats.
Right. But anyway, that's my very weird Week in Geek. Hey, Dan, let's talk about you.
I have also been playing a video game, Andrew. A retro throwback, side-scrolling, stage-based video game. And what I mean by that is I played a game called Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
You mean Ninja Gaiden?
No.
Sorry.
Yes,
no, this,
yes, Ninja Gaiden starting Ryu.
Sorry, that's actually it's my favorite. This is my favorite Ninja Gaiden. Because now, actually, when I say it, I say Gaiden. Because I've been affected by Weiboism or whatever. Where I'm
Duolingo.
like, it's actually Gaiden. But as a kid, I was like, yeah, man, I love Ninja Gaiden.
Right. It's like when we learned how to pronounce Raiden, but when you see Christopher Lambert's performance, no, that's Raiden. But anyway, so Ninja Gaiden or Gaiden. Sorry to offend you, Andrew.
Oh, it's fine.
Ragebound is a side-scrolling or stage-based side-scrolling action game developed by a company called The Game Kitchen, who's most well known for a pair of very well-regarded sort of Metroidvania games that are heavily steeped in Catholicism called Blasphemous. And
wow, that was a twist.
Yeah, and dude, if you want to hear, I think it was on the Noclip crew podcast, Danny O'Dwyer, a man from Ireland, just gushed about like, hey, I played Blasphemous 2 and it made me feel things about my childhood I didn't realize I had to deal with. And that was basically just his Catholicism. It was weird. But I haven't played those. I think I have the first one. I played a little bit of it and it felt like, oh, this is 2D Dark Souls and I'm too wussy to handle that. The game was published by Dotemu, who I think most prominently recently is the publisher of Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, the sort of throwback to the arcade beat-em-up style. Incredible game. I really, really enjoyed that game. And so Ragebound is a pixelated, 2D pixel-based action-adventure game, kind of ostensibly a throwback to the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Although from what I was reading, actually seems to be a spin-off of the more recent 3D action games by Koei Tecmo, which I have not played those because I think they were Xbox exclusives for a very long time, and I just never played them because they weren't my Ninja Gaiden, right? And so I was really interested in this because it's actually one of a pair of games that are coming out in close proximity to each other. There's this one, and then there's a new Shinobi game coming out that looks also incredible. It's not going for the pixelated look. It's going for like the HD 2D animation look, and it looks incredible. And that came out yesterday, as of when you're hearing this, dear listeners, the 20th.
Now, and let's be very clear that while I talked about video games that came out a decade ago, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound was released July 31st this year.
I bought it the day it came out.
Yeah. This is you cutting edge. You are on the bleeding edge of video games, Dan.
Fingers on the pulse of culture. That's what they call me.
Fucking relevant.
This means I am the on the ground relevant culture correspondent. Andrew is on the internet what do I want to say? Historical correspondent.
Man, I'm playing Obama era video games.
Right? So, what are you? Hey, hello, boomer. So I was really interested in Ninja Gaiden Ragebound because even though I never finished it, I have a strange, I guess, is it sadomasochistic appreciation for that original Nintendo Entertainment System Ninja Gaiden. I loved it. I love the control of it. I love the movement of it. I love the loop of it. I love the gameplay of it. It's just so fucking hard. It's a hard game because 15 million enemies come at, well, that's not true. This is the Nintendo. 7 enemies come at you.
Right. And then when that 8th enemy shows up, one of the other enemies starts flickering because that processor cannot handle it.
God forbid you throw a shuriken, because that's going to slow down your system.
Man, there's a young person listening to this is like, what are they talking about?
Check it out, dear listeners. Go get a Mister and play these games because they are dumb hard.
Go get a Mister?
Yeah. You don't know what a Mister is?
Like an old man?
No. The emulation tool. Sorry. It's a FPGA. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Like go get yourself
a Mister.
Daddy.
He'll show you how to play old games.
Well, we're one of those podcasts.
There might be like a vowel missing from it. MISTR, I believe. Holy crap. Yeah, I think I might have just... Anyway, the thing about that original Ninja Gaiden game, and because I never finished it, I had a pride that like I never played Ninja Gaiden 2 or 3. And I like I said, I never played those Xbox games, which are also apparently supposed to be just abusive in how difficult they were. But the thing I loved about that original game is like, I think I see what I need to do. I think I can do it, but I just have a life to live. Ninja Gaiden. Like, I could do this if I just had nothing else to do. And I've always respected that game tremendously. And was really excited to hear that they're doing the Ninja Gaiden 4, which is the new sequel to the Koei Tecmo Xbox games, like the 3D action games, has been announced and is coming out soon. But in the wake of that, they say, hey, we're releasing this 2D game to get us olds on board, right? And so here I am buying that game.
You are here for it.
I am here. I am old and I am here. Put that on my business card.
The fact that you have a business card only exemplifies
that I'm old and I am here. Yes. And I finished the game. I've reached credits. I haven't done all like the side, challenges and stuff like that because I don't care. Mm-hmm. But I'm at an impasse with the game because it's an impasse because I think it controls really well. It feels good. I like the structure of it. I like the choices they made. I think the bosses are challenging but fun and fair. It's just about kind of like learning patterns and getting good, for lack of a better word. But I don't know if it's a good Ninja Gaiden game because I feel like it's missing some crucial aspects of what made those NES games, which it seems to be kind of leaning into, unique, and what separated them from other side-scrolling action games like Shinobi. Yeah.
Okay, so here's a question.
Sure.
Dan. Mm-hmm. How many times did you get pissed off and throw out your controller?
I am too old and respectful of my income to throw my controller, Andrew.
So what you're telling me is that this was not a real Ninja Gaiden game.
I rage. Hey, the equivalent in our age range is that I did rage quit a couple times. Okay. I'm like, fuck this game. I'm gonna go play Balatro.
Right.
Right.
That's actually, boy, yikes! That was like the best thing to say. Like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna play weird poker game.
Right. I'm gonna play SteamWorld Dig 2 because I need to find a Rusty.
It'd be like, fuck this. I'm gonna play Stardew Valley.
No, buddy. No. Sorry.
Oh,
I called my dog on accident.
He's like, hey, Ro?
No, the robot. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So it's a hard game. Like it, and especially when you get into like the side challenge stuff, it's not abusive. It's similar. I will say this: it does capture this aspect of the original Ninja Gaiden, where it's like I can do this. It's just a matter of like, do I have the time to do this? And at our age, do I have the ability to do this, right? So the basic premise of the game is, like I said, it's a side-scrolling, stage-based action game. So it's not an open world, not a Metroidvania in any capacity. It's just
okay, makes sense.
It's about just surviving the onslaught of enemies they throw at you. And that, I will say, like the fluidity of action is super cool, especially considering some of the mechanics they build into it. Most enemies collapse after one hit because ninja, but there are some enemies that are
go ninja, go.
Indeed. But there are some enemies that are maybe extra armored or just larger on the screen. And what they do is there are some enemies that pop up that are like glowing with either like a blue or a pink aura. And if you dispatch those enemies, that aura transfers to you, which basically allows you to kill those or dispatch those heavier enemies with a single hit. So it's kind of like you got to keep your eye out for the enemies that will get you through this sort of barricade of a more dense enemy easier than you could dispatch them with multiple hits and stuff like that, but you risk getting hurt. So it's kind of there's a kind of a ballet to it, which is very fun, especially once you get further into the game where the main character is a character named Kenji, who is a student under Ryu Hayabusa, the main character from the original.
Oh, so you're not actually...
You're not Ryu.
A new guy.
You're not Ryu, and you're not Ryu. You're new. You're Kenji. And apparently, I was reading this. I did not get this at all from the game. This is kind of a prequel where like the events of this game are happening simultaneously with the events of Ninja Gaiden 1 on the NES. I didn't get that at all. But... again, it's not a lore-heavy game.
Like I say, I'm sorry. As someone who just did 30 minutes about a lore-heavy game, you're like, I'll play this game where it takes place the same time as the other game. Fuck if I knew that.
So, like I said, it controls really well. It has an interesting mechanic where you have kind of like, it's not a double jump. It's like a jump parry, where if you are jumping and there is an enemy like a projectile coming towards you, or if there is something in the environment like like in Castlevania, like the lamps you can like break to get right. You can like hit the jump button again, and you get like an extra jump if you hit it simultaneously when you collide with the projectile. Right? It's something very similar to The Messenger. If you ever played that game.
I did, sir.
Yeah, that game is incredible. A lot of Messenger DNA is in this game, which is a compliment. I think this game, again, is very good, but is it Ninja Gaiden? And at some point in the game, spoilers, I guess, the game is not here for its story. So if you don't want spoilers, then don't listen. Scoot ahead a minute. But
I'm sorry, I like the idea of like spoilers. Yeah, to a game that was just throw ninja stars at monsters. Yeah.
So there's a second character in the game, a woman named Komori, who's a part of I think it's the Black Spider clan of ninjas, and whereas the Hayabusa clan is all melee, right? You have your katana, you've got your ninja to, right? She and her clan are all projectile based. They throw kunais everywhere, right? And at some point in the game, you those two characters merge. So you play as Kenji. And you
merge
literally, spiritually. Oh. And what that gives you is the ability to throw projectiles, right? And so that's one of the first sort of pieces of static that I have with the game. It's like, well, part of Ninja Gaiden, in terms of just being a Ninja Gaiden game, is about kind of similar to like Castlevania, where you have sub weapons, and you slice at a candle, and a new one drops. And you're like, well, do I keep the one I have, or do I pick up this new one? And you might not know what's coming up, and so it's really kind of a gamble. And then you, by dying a lot and playing through the level a lot, you kind of learn what pickups you need to hold on to and which ones you can jettison. And this game doesn't have that aspect of it at all. And for some reason, there's a part of me that's like, that's really important to a Ninja Gaiden game. Because a lot of the sub-weapons in Ninja Gaiden were super unique. There's the boomerang shuriken, right? There's like the blase ninja star. There's like the spin slash that you get. And this is the only sub-weapons you get are what are given to you by the narrative, which is you literally merging with this other character to get her ability to throw projectiles. And so, like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. But they do mediate that a bit by having a store. You can basically equip boons and skills onto your character that suit your play style. Stuff like, oh, every time you hit a checkpoint, then you actually get back all of your health, which is not, you get back a chunk of it normally, but this gives you opportunity to get to recover all of it. Or like, oh, here's a boon you can equip where every time you swipe with your sword, you throw out like a wave of wind, basically, a projectile through your sword. Or there's stuff that's like, oh, this will draw pickups to you instead of you having to go collect them. Or for the lady that you absorbed, you basically can equip different super moves. So you can have you can create like a shield around you. You can like create projectiles that float around you. You can send out stuff in all directions, that kind of stuff. And it's cool. It's an interesting sort of, you get to choose your loadouts, and it's something you kind of adapt and learn to once you kind of go through the levels. But that being said, it's not like Ninja Gaiden where it is about learning the level and picking the best path and options for me. Even though the bosses were hard, I always beat them, right? And I'm not a pro gamer. So like, yeah.
This is funny because you're complaining about a thing that I don't. You're like, for lack of a term, you're Dark Souls complaining. Like,
kind of, yeah.
The game's about learning the game and fucking being good at it.
Sure.
Which is a very niche thing.
Yeah.
That I'll admit, I don't know if I rarely consider that part of my play experience. I think I actually talked about, or maybe I haven't. The one time I really felt the vibe of that was actually Mega Man 10, the one that was like Xbox but still 8-bit.
It was like Mega Man : fuck you.
Where I went through levels trying to like get the achievements,
right?
And that's where I started to like, oh shit, I know, because it was built in the style of the original Mega Man's,
right?
Mega's Man. That like I now know this level so well that I can go through it without taking damage. In fact, it was Galaxy Man's stage is the one that I actually know that I can do, or at least I could. I certainly couldn't now.
So that was Mega Man 9 actually, but yeah,
9.
Same thing, yeah, same diff.
But like, it's weird because I loathed that as a kid.
For sure. I loathed it as an adult.
It's a weird thing because to hear you be like, yeah, man, that was the experience I wanted from this.
No. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I don't.
Which is
disagree.
fine. I'm not criticizing. It's more of like, oh, huh.
So I feel this is my criticism. I think you'll agree with this. I feel like the actual connections they're making to the original NES games is purely aesthetic. The cutscenes. So I don't know how well you remember the original Ninja Gaiden, but like the scene, the first game opens before you even touch the controller.
I'm going to tell you, my dude.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident I never got through the first level.
It doesn't matter. I'm not even talking about the first level. I'm talking about the pre-first level. When you start the game opens to a cinematic. That's honestly one of the things that Ninja Gaiden was like revolutionary for. They had cinematics, but there's there's a blue I think it's a blue and like an orange ninja facing off in a field, and they jump up in the air against the full moon, and they land and one falls, and they happen to be your dad, right? This game starts out with you reenacting that moment, right? And it's just it's a tutorial level, right? But the thing is, like, aside from stuff like that, kind of like, oh, look at you're playing the prelude from the original game. The only other kind of direct connections to the original games are music cues and just general aesthetics. I feel like, I'm not saying it's bad. I love the game. I finished it. I loved it. I keep playing it because I think it's a good game. But the question I have is, like, is it Ninja Gaiden? Or is it just a cool action game, right? And like the things I miss are like the sub-weapon stuff. I miss honestly, like, again, I'm not a pro gamer, quote unquote. Like, I felt like the game was almost too easy, right? But like,
I'm not a pro gamer. This game is just too easy.
I'm just so good, you guys. It's a curse.
You are quite good.
But also, like, it made me feel like, and it's funny, I was doing the research before we recorded. I'm like, oh, when I read that it was actually more of a spinoff of the Xbox games than it was the original games, I'm like, okay, so maybe there's just, for people that loved those games, they're like, oh, this is my 2D Ninja Gaiden game. And that in that case, maybe I'm just missing out on context. Because when you do see Ryu Hayabusa in this game, and he's clearly dressed up in the guise of that he's presented with in the Xbox games. So I'm like, okay, I thought they were just doing like, hey, we're connecting everything, but apparently it seems to be more narratively, and I'm guessing maybe structurally connected with those games than the games of my youth, which is fine because those are old games that no one liked. So is it a Ninja Gaiden game? Probably. I'm just out of touch with what Ninja Gaiden is. That being said, the game fucking rules. It's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. It has challenge, but if you just, even with me who like I was saying earlier, like, do I have time to do this? Within my time constraints, I was able to beat the bosses and felt like a badass doing it. I do like the mechanics of it, the sort of the melded storyline of these two characters come together. There's some really cool scenes where you are as Kenji, you come across these like weird like H.R. Giger like stations, and you a button prompt pops, and you push the button prompt, and like it like hugs you, and all of a sudden you're playing like the ghost version of the character you melded with, where you have to like go and get a collectible and open up the door so that Kenji can proceed through the level. And those are super challenging and fun. It's just a very different Ninja Gaiden game. If this is what it means to be a 2D Ninja Gaiden game, I'm fine with that going forward. It's just like, there's like a weird wistful kind of like, oh, but I guess for me, I miss the sub weapons. I just miss that. I loved those. I thought they were so cool and clever and unique. And I guess that's just the realm of Castlevania now, and I'll just have to live with that.
That's fair.
As you're hearing this, dear listeners, I'm probably playing the new Shinobi game, which it's the opposite situation for me. I don't think I've ever played a Shinobi game outside of an arcade version of it. So, but this looks gorgeous. Because you did
not have a Sega.
I did not. I did not play the Sega. And I'm super excited for that. And that's the thing. It's not which one should you choose. Both these ninja games seem like they're going to be awesome. Just like those superhero movies I talked about a couple weeks ago. Hey, which one should you see? Fantastic Four or Superman? Fucking both, because they're both great, right? My nostalgia be damned.
And your nostalgia died with it.
So if you, dear listeners, have any thoughts about the topics we discussed this week, feel free to leave your thoughts as comments on the page of this episode at forallintents.net.
You can also post your comments or engage in conversations with other listeners on our Facebook page.
You can find us on other social media, specifically the places that Andrew and I frequent, which means you can find me on Instagram or Blue Sky. At both places, you can find me at Bethel Comics, and you can find Andrew on Mastodon at profounddark@dice.camp, which also is what's mirrored to the Blue Sky account?
It's what's the word? Bridged.
Bridged.
So I'd say you can find. I do actually have a. You can find me on Blue Sky, but if you do follow me on Blue Sky, you really need to install the Mastodon bridge so I can engage with you.
No one's going to do that.
This is the tease. Well, some people do. I have friends that have, just not you, Dan.
Nope,
just
never
not
will.
you. Because and fuck you. While you're on our website at forallintents.net, you can also take a look at our YouTube page, which you can find by clicking on the link in the corner that says YouTube. There you'll find our AI augmented.
Whoa!
Apparently, that's what I'm told. Google is applying AI filters to YouTube videos without prompting.
Cool.
I assume that they're doing it to make us look really good. Which is only funny because we don't actually appear in any of our videos.
Is it? Are they doing the AI babies for us? Like, if we go to our videos, is it just AI baby versions of us?
No, I think what I'm told is
because I might be on board with that.
They're applying like AI filters, which given that ours is our video is just a still. Actually, I kind of want to see it like get shittier as the video goes on. Like
ends as a nightmare.
It ends as a Googolian nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say Googolian. Yeah. Like what's the weird like Lovecraftian but with Google? Googolian.
Right.
The Googolian nightmare. Anyway, if you do listen to the show on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and as the kids like to say, ring that bell.
We use 2 tracks of music for our show. One is called Disco Medusae, the other is called District 4. Both written and performed by Kevin McLeod of the Clan McLeod, immortal swordsman, graph paper enthusiast, and musician extraordinaire. You can find his music and more at incompetech.filmmusic.io. Actually, I think I discovered you can't actually. But anyway, oh, no.
I think he went back to his own website. But anyway, if you do... all his music, it's licensed under the Creative Commons 4.0 attribution license.
If you like the show and like to help us out, the best way to do so would be to subscribe to the show using whichever podcasting service you happen to use. What would help us out even more, though, would be to leave some sort of review, whether a text review or using the proprietary metric will help spread the word to new potential listeners through the magic of algorithms. So part of the busy week last week was ended in me going through a bunch of old stuff, and so in the early
that's a weird way to describe your parents.
Yeah, hey, what am I gonna do? And so I brought home a bunch of bins and whatnot, and I went to ComicCon. San Diego Comic-Con in, I think, it's either 93 or 94 or 94 95. Might have even been 95. No, it was not 95, 96. It's probably 94, 95. And part of the deal with going to a big show like that, as you've probably experienced with the shows you've been to, is part of it is grabbing as much swag as you possibly can. And as a 14-year-old, you're grabbing as much free stuff as you possibly can. And
I believe actually the term for that is crap.
Well, yeah, I said that. Swag, yeah. Anyway, I'm going through stuff, and I pull out this thing. I'm like, what am I looking at? And I'll put this image in the show notes, dear listeners. It's a sticker that says, "This Christmas at a theater near you," and above it proudly displays a chromed logo for the live-action film called Street Fighter.
Oh, damn. Raul Julia's last film.
R.I.P. Raul. You know what? He gave it his all. And that's the best that we can say about that movie. It's super bad.
I'm going to take a hot second.
Please.
The hottest second.
Oh.
To talk about the weird people that were in this movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a smorgasbord. Yeah.
Raul Julia as
King.
Bison. Mm-hmm. Jean-Claude Van Damme is
American Guile. Soldier Guile.
American soldier Guile. Ming-Na Wen
That's Chun-Li.
Is Chun-Li. Kylie Minogue.
Naturally.
Is Cammy.
Is Cammy Australian? I thought she was just British.
Okay. Well, in 1995,
who knows?
Those are indistinguishable.
Oh yeah, in 1995, Cammy was a person wearing a leotard that was also a G-string. So
right, but that's the thing is like it's Ming-Na Wen. I guess there's other people, but like Ming-Na Wen, but also Kylie Minogue, who like I was shocked to discover is someone who like I don't follow her music career. I just
can't get you out of my
But for me, I'm like, oh, it's the lady from that one Doctor Who episode, and like, oh, this was not her first acting career, you know, like, wait, you were Cammy in the Street Fighter movie, like what oopsie poopsie made a whoopsie made that happen.
But yeah, incredible film. Almost, you know what? Would this be a bad double feature, Andrew? The Super Mario movie and then the Street Fighter movie?
Or I would say, to make it more timely, the original Mortal Kombat movie.
Ooh.
Because then it is like up against its own, right? Or you mean the original Super Mario? I thought you meant the new one.
No. Yeah, the Bob Hoskins one.
I would say like the three of them are kind of like this constellation of wow, we fucked up video game movies.
Yeah.
Although actually I would say Mortal Kombat is the one that like
it was okay.
This one actually might be is the winner.
It's not good though. It's not a good movie.
That's fine. You know, it's not.
It's fun. It's fun. It gets the joke. It gets it, right? Like Mortal Kombat's not a serious thing. Right. Again, don't forget Christophe Lambert is Raiden, buddy.
Picking the game with the actually the least story.
You know what? Let's throw in
shocking.
That post 2000 Doom movie in there, and then we'll have just a real sad film festival.
Of just depression and sadness.
Yep. So until you see a good adapted video game movie, dear listeners, I am D. Bethel.
And I'm Andrew Asplin.
And for all intents and purposes,
that was a podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We've been recording for so long. All right. I'm not... Oh, shit.
You just fucking hung up on me, dude.
I pushed the wrong button. I should stop recording. That's a long time. Oh, God. I'm not...